Bear Wolf has been pulled into a world he never saw coming. What started as simple trust has twisted into a trap, with Ray Walters convincing him that life outside their control would be even worse. And the shocking part is, Bear believes him. Ray's charm works like a slow drip, turning doubts into dependence, until Bear can't tell the difference between loyalty and fear. But something strange has started happening behind the scenes. Even while Bear is stuck in this twisted setup, tiny cracks are forming in Ray's polished confidence. Bear has noticed moments where Ray hesitates, where the mask slips just long enough to show something real underneath. And in a place built on manipulation, even a flicker of humanity is enough to make Bear wonder if there's more going on than he first realized. Meanwhile, the people trapped alongside him aren't ready to give up. Mick and Simo have been watching, planning, quietly pushing for a way out. They've mapped their escape, they've found their opening, and they need Bear to make the move with them. But he doesn't jump. He doesn't even lean in. Because in his mind, pushing back means breaking the one connection he thinks he can rely on, even if that connection is the same thing keeping him stuck. And that's the heartbreaking part. Bear isn't choosing to stay because he's weak. He's choosing to stay because someone very skilled made him believe he needs them. Ray has fed him carefully chosen lines, reminding him of every failure and every disappointment from his old life, then offering himself as the answer. Little rewards, small praises, moments of warmth, just enough to make Bear feel valued, even while he's being controlled. That kind of conditioning doesn't happen overnight. It settles in slowly, quietly, until Bear can't even see the cage around him. But there's a twist coming, because even though Ray has played the puppet master perfectly, he's not as cold as he pretends to be. He has flashes of guilt, moments where his voice trembles or his eyes shift away, and Bear spots it every time. He can feel something human beneath the surface, something Ray is trying desperately to hide. It's confusing, but it's also the first thing in a long time that makes Bear think there might be a way out, one that doesn't rely on running, but on understanding the man who's been controlling him. Ray's conscience might be buried, but it's alive. And Bear is starting to realize that someone who still feels something can still break. That tiny sliver of compassion might be the one thing that collapses this whole operation. Not because Ray wants it to fall apart, but because part of him can't fully commit to destroying the people he's trapped. Bear sees that, and it plants a seed he can't ignore. The truth is, Bear isn't broken. He isn't lost. He's caught in a moment he doesn't know how to escape yet. But he's watching, thinking, putting the pieces together quietly. And deep down, even he knows this can't last forever. That small glimmer he sees in Ray, whether it's guilt, regret, or something unspoken, might be the key that turns everything around. Because once the person pulling the strings starts second-guessing their own moves, the entire game changes. And when that moment hits, Bear might finally realize something he hasn't believed in a long time, that he can walk away, and life doesn't have to be worse without Ray. It might actually be the first step back to who he was before any of